All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. We're looking at May the 2nd. Sorry, I'm running a couple minutes late. Someone came ringing my doorbell just as I was getting ready to sit down. So, uh, yesterday worked out beautifully according to plan. Oh, I didn't want to stretch this. According to plan, we made our money before the FOMC, we made our money after the FOMC. Fast forward, here we are today. I traded about an hour ago with someone else in our group. And so if we just take a step back and see where we are right now on the daily chart, every day we take a peek and compare with yesterday. You can clearly see we are inside of yesterday, right? So it's a inside bar type situation. We have to understand what that means to us. So we'll put a Fibonacci on here just to see how much we've retraced of that measure bar so far. Oops, right there, comma, right there. All right, so we're at the 61% retracement from yesterday's move. Right, so I'm tempted to believe we're finding support here and we're holding support there. And if that's the case, I want to figure out where might our target be. All right, so let's measure this. 49 pips. We know the average is 59 or 60, thereabouts. Right, so are we going to add the missing box to the bottom or to the top? Right, so which way is the market going to try and trick us? Right, so we can take a peek at this on an hourly scale. Before I go there, though, I want to take a look at what we had yesterday because it might still be in play today. All right, so yesterday we were looking at 50 and 61 right above us. That might still be what we're looking for, right? Considering what we have on the calendar tomorrow, right? We might be trying to push higher before tomorrow's news, right? So let's test for support, right? Looking left, I see support slash resistance, right? Let's remove this one because we see the two targets up ahead. And I'll just put back the intraday one right there. And we're stressing at 61. Let's go sneak a peek on an hourly scale. So here's our Fibonacci. Right, we're testing at 61, and we're thinking that maybe, just maybe, we can find our way up here. Right? If that's the case, that would bring us back inside the channel and almost to the other side of the channel. Okay, so let's test for support right there. Right? I'll remove the Fibonacci. I'll draw my ceiling. And I'll draw my floor. Right here, right now. Actually, I'll pick up this one. And then in between all of these levels, I'll just put the major levels that I can clearly see right here. And then inside of this, on the 5-minute chart, we're going to start to put in some more detail. All right, 5-minute chart. So inside of this, we need to start assuming where more support slash resistance may be found. Right, somewhere here, up here maybe. And then in this zone where we are right now, we need to look left. Right, and find an area right there. We tested it already. And then below us, what do we have? a little bit right in this area there. All right, so we're just planning ahead. What could be, you know, the rungs on our ladder. All right, so this is our 5-minute outlook. We have our bias, right? We're thinking it's an inside bar. We have to assume the mother bar bias. The mother bar was green. All right, the mother bar was bullish, so we have to assume a bullish bias. We've retraced to 61%. We're finding support at 61%. We're testing for support. That so happens to be 4 boxes. Is it? Is it 3.5 or 4? How many boxes are we? A couple of boxes this way. Oops, shit. Right, and now zooming into this, we started measuring from the top. Zooming into this, we're unable to fulfill the box, the full box. And it's 1, 2, 3.5. Let's assume this is a bottom and put the box on there. And then let's see if it has the ability to keep going up, right? It's just an assumption. If the assumption is wrong, we may be going to the, we may be going to the bottom of said box. Right? If my assumption is wrong, we might be going to the bottom of the box. That so happens to be where I have a stop loss from a trade an hour ago, 2 hours ago. Right? Measured moves on top of measured moves. And I think the market in general is waiting for tomorrow. After yesterday's Powell, he had the ability to walk both sides of the line once again, right? So we're right back to where we were. We have a zero decision, right? So we're right back to where we started from. And now we have to look at tomorrow's news, forward looking as we are. We're planning for the next leg, right? So if the current leg is down and we anticipate tomorrow's news, we should maybe find our way into tomorrow's news, right? And I'm thinking it's gonna bounce from this area here, this area right there. Right? It's just a thought. Maybe we're absolutely wrong and it does go lower, right? Maybe that inside bar business ends up being a low probability. So we'll see. Let's go to our 5 minutes and watch how we behave, how we go through this ladder. I'm just going to add one more wrong right there and see if we're going to make lower lows or if we're going to find support in this zone here. And maybe go back inside the channel. If we find our way back up, 70 pips from where we are right now is that 50% mark. 50% from 50% from this right here. And then we have 61. And does this look like it wants to keep going down? Or does this look like it's finding support? Looking left. And maybe it's trying to go up from here. What do you guys think? All right. Put a fib on this. I'm pretty sure we're approaching that 76, 74.6. Yeah. Okay, so that's the plan, right? The plan is to bounce off of here somewhere in the next 20 minutes, right? By the bottom of the hour. And usually that's, you know, the routine that I'm trading, right? Between my start time and that first 30 minutes, I'm usually experiencing a pullback. And then within that pullback, I tend to build a position that's usually happens to pay me thereafter. So what do we have here? Oops, that's this one. Yeah. Swing high, swing low. I may have to take a loss here in a second from that very first trade that I took. It barely, I took this straight right there and it crossed the bid but not the ask, and so I'm still in it, and it's about to cost me 36 pips. We'll see. The account's moving up nicely. If you go and just take a peek at the monthly results previous month, so in the month of April, our average trades were right around 3 pips, and we pulled in about 3,400 pips. Right? We had 1,000 trades in the previous month in this account, right? Numbers don't lie. You guys watched the video, you were watching it live every day. All right, the strategy works. There's days when it hits the fan, right? When things don't work, and that's the name of the game. It's not going to be easy every day. We take losses routinely. It's very rare that the losses are more than 36 pips, right? But the size of that loss, the value of that 36 pips, sometimes it's a 0.05, sometimes it's a 0.35, sometimes it's a, no, it depends on what I'm working with. So it's always 36 pips, but it's not always the same dollar amount. Right? Is this going to try and go back up, or is this going to try and fail and go down? Our yesterday's assumption was that we were failing, right? Our yesterday's assumption, which might still be valid, right, is we were falling here. And then with the Powell walking a fine line and the market looking at it from both sides, we may go back up and then do this instead. And that's kind of what I have in mind for us today. All right, I'm thinking what we had in mind yesterday may have been postponed 48 hours or so. All right, Mr. Powell walked both sides of the line. And so instead of having a unidirectional move, we traveled both sides and came right back. And that's kind of where we are now, once again. All right, so let's see what comes next. Somewhere in this area up here. Just back to 5 minutes and zoom in. Zoom out, sorry. All right, so buying support we are. Let's buy this puppy right here. Boom. 3, and 4. So if I assume this is my box number 1, and I put 4 clicks in that box, if the market goes up, I recycle 4 clicks. If the market goes down, I'll be given the opportunity to open more in this box. And at the same time, I'll be forced to close trades that I took 2.5 hours ago or 2 hours ago. Right? It's a matter of time. It's a matter of location. Right? I may have took my very first trade or one of my very first trades at the very worst moment. Right? 36 pips. See? Double top. Ooh, maybe triple top. The calendar looks light for us today. I think all the good stuff came out already. $8.30 natural gas. 9:30 bill auctions. Be careful around here. The last few bill auctions have brought with them some volatility. And then we have a speech in the afternoon. I'll be done. I'll be way done by then. Right, so we're still waiting for the bottom of the hour, the end of that so-called pullback, right? It should come about in 8 minutes or so, 10 minutes. I don't want to look at my stop loss. I don't want to stare at it. So I hide it right below the edge of the screen. Right? Remember, we measured the move from the swing high at the top. We measured this to be 4 boxes. Right, so 36 pips, more or less exactly. And my trade is off of that low ever so slightly. Come on. I did put 4 clicks in this box, right? So I'm waiting to see if I'm recycling. So dry in this house today. My goodness. Let's go. Everybody yesterday should have been green. Finished the day green. There we are. Red candle. 1, 2. I want to see if we go down a little bit more, and I'll buy 2 more. All right. First 2 winners of the day, folks. Well, for you guys in the group, I've been at it for a little while longer. Number 3. Boy, boy. I think I have 7 up at the top. I have 7 between these 2 boxes, and I have 3 down here. 2. Recycle. Oh, I must have muted it. Yeah, I did. Sorry, I'm turning the squawk box back on. I must have muted it earlier when my family was asleep. So we need a we need a red candle to get into this. There we go. Come on, put 2 there. If it goes a little deeper, I have to save the 2. What's happening over here? Cool. That's still going, yes. Come on. Red candle. Ooh, almost. There we go. Boom, boom. A lot less anxiety when I'm not staring at this. So I just put it off the edge. There you go. If it pulls back to the bottom of the box, I'll put in the remaining 2 clicks that I have. Curious to see
in
what.
5 minutes time at 10:30 a.m. Eastern, we get EIA natural gas change. Forecast build of 59 BCF on the prior build of 92 BCF.
Yeah, that doesn't really apply to us. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 winners. Actually, maybe more than that. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so our overall target if this plan comes to fruition, is somewhere between 740 and 780. And so by tomorrow morning, this time of day, I'm hoping we'll be coming off of that zone. So between now and tomorrow, this time of day, I'm thinking we're going to be finding our way up there. I could be totally wrong. That happens quite a bit. I'm just some dude on the internet. And this is not financial advice. Red candle, bye-bye. I have one left. Slow, quiet Thursday morning. Oh man, oh man. Red candle. Here's that fourth. Because of the work that I did a couple hours ago, my break even is one box away. Things are working in my favor, so I'm not too worried about it. I'm recycling trades along the path. Come on. So close. It's like it knows we're there.
1 minute remaining.
Let's go take a peek at our dollar index. All right, so yesterday we were looking for a move like this. With Mr. Powell talking on both sides of his mouth, we came right back into the channel. And so now we're assuming that we will remain in the channel. If we come back out again, this is where we're going. Probability speaking. I think we have to assume we're now back between the two moving averages, or back inside the channel.
Build of 59 BCF, build of 59 BCF, in line with expectations of a build of 59 BCF.
All right, climbing up the ladder. Adds a little bit of credence to our bias, right? What we're trying to do. All the snow we got yesterday disappeared within an hour or so.
Now the weekly EIA natural gas change report on the feed for all those interested.
It was snowing yesterday morning. It melted as soon as the sun came out. The usual seasonal mess. $24. If you have the clicks to spend, spend them. Recycle them. Right, today's Thursday. I'll be doing a futures trading session at 9:30 Eastern. Those of you interested, I'll be using my Ninja Trader platform, and we'll see what we can do.
Just noting some strength in natural gas.
Ooh, red candle. I wish it was slightly more important, but I'll take it. There we are, there we are. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, come on. It's difficult to just sit here and not touch something, move the screen, move a line, draw a line, change time frame. Discipline almost involves taking your mouse and, moving it just out of reach.
S&P Global Ratings revises forecast on Fed rate cuts and sees the first cut in December.
You almost you have to make yourself make an effort to take a trade, because otherwise it's like an addiction. There's a red candle. I want to see it come down the edge of the box. I'm thrifty that way. That's why we buy on red. Right? We buy the bottom of the red candle, and within that same candle, we're 3/4 of the way to our paycheck. Right? We can do this on any time frame. You're buying support on the 1 hour chart. It might be going up for the next hourly candle. Right? If you're buying support on the daily chart, it might be going up for the whole day. Right? So we buy red, we buy support, and on this time frame, I'm trying to make 1 minute money, right? 1 minute bar. At the right time of day, under the right circumstances, the average bar is about 3 pips, and my target is 3 pips. So at this very moment, I have to wait more than 1 bar to get paid. You can replicate this thesis on any time frame. 1 minute is definitely not noise. That's another lie we were told. There's that red candle to buy into. Right? Buying the red candle at support, right? All we're doing is making an assumption, support or resistance. We're assuming this is support or this is resistance, whichever way you're trading. And that assumption is tested with 5 microlots. And if I fail, I test my assumption somewhere else and somewhere else and somewhere else. I keep testing it. Right? My assumption is I need to be bullish for today because I'm trying to get up here. Right? So that's the assumption I started with because of the top-down analysis. And so as such, if I'm trying to go up, I'm going to buy stuff that's cheap. Cheap in this world is a red candle. And where do we know, or approximately where it should stop? It's at support. And so I buy support on a red candle. All right, you can replicate that behavior on any time frame. This may have been a red candle at some point. Actually, probably not. I think I jumped the gun and probably tried to trade the previous or the next one. So we're going up the rungs. Right, so we're already thinking ahead, right? Plan of action, plan of action, plan of action, plan of action. If it goes the wrong way, plan of action, plan of action, plan of action. There's probably way too many of these. Put this one here. How far are we from the channel? 3 boxes away. Right, if we just do 4 boxes from where we are back inside the channel. If I get a red candle here in this area, I'll take trade number 4. There we go. You get click number 5, or for some of you that might be click number 4. This morning's news, where was it? Right here. it provided a box exactly, and then the reaction of the news was two boxes exactly. And then we just fell boxes upon boxes upon boxes, right? An even amount, four. Now we're kind of expecting a similar move in the opposite direction, right? If we're wrong, or if I'm wrong, maybe we come back down here again. And maybe, just maybe, we keep going down. Right? Nobody really knows. I know I don't. So I'm just going to go about my model, keep trading my model, and then if I'm proven to have been wrong, I kind of have to accept it. This was a false break. This is the real break. Are we going to bounce from here? Where's my drink? Endless probabilities. We're learning to filter the bad ones, mitigate the bad ones, fix the bad ones.
US natural gas futures extend gains. Prices are up by 5%.
All right, I'm back in box number two. If I pin from this low and measure up, this was my box number one with trades in it. So this is now box number two with trades in it. One, two. I want to spend the other two in the lower half of the box if I can. Right, I would really like to bring my break even a little bit lower if possible. Somewhere in this zone down here. I was thinking those of us on C-Trader, we have this built-in copy function. And there might be a way to make use of some of this stuff. I'll have to put some thought into this, and maybe we can incorporate something. Come on. I really want to spend at the bottom of the box, not the top. Our average daily range. We've done 54. It's about 85% of what we normally would do. Sorry, my knuckles are cracking today. Beautiful. 7 pips. So I'm assuming this might be a low temporarily. If I put my box on that temporary low, no, it looks possible. Come on, come on. Gonna run out of videotape. All right, so we're past the bottom of the hour. All right, we've experienced the pullback. And now we're heading into the London fix. And depending on their needs and wants, it might bring about some extra volatility, or it might just pour water on their fire. We'll see. 12 minutes. That's why I hide this. I know it's there. If I keep it out of my line of sight, it doesn't have the same psychological impact. It's not threatened, and I'm not tempted to move it. Yes. Right. Red candle, if we can, somewhere in this area here. Ooh. Best part of making money while trading is people think you're a fraud. I love it. uh, puts all the real frauds to shame. Yeah, defrauding the market. Yeah, it's what it feels like sometimes. You know, you get somebody had to lose for me to win, and so no, we can't let that get to us. That's what we're here for. Right? The competition. Somebody has to lose. That's what I'm here for. It won't be me. That's what I'm here for. You step into the arena, you have to be aware of what you're getting yourself into. And the majority of people were sold a dream, and then they realize that dream is, you know, a lot harder to achieve, and the arena is, you know, full of lions. It doesn't stop. It's forever trying to get to us, right? So the faster you can leave the casino every day with your wins, better off you are in the end, right? 20 years, 30 years. You know, think of this as a career, not as a lottery ticket. Right? So if I get to close this box here, it would be wise to call it a day and go to the beach. You know, we've got about 20 trades here. I'll be forward testing this all day long because I have a full calendar today. Right? But those of you that are just, you know, getting your feet wet, walk out of the casino before the casino knows that you're a winner. It takes its money back. Average day 63. Average bar on the 1 minute chart 1.8. All right. We can replicate this strategy pretty much on any broker's platform, pretty much any instrument, any time frame. There are very few restrictions to this method. It boils down to the execution and the willingness to book the loss when it's a real loss, not just drawdown. The break even is right here. Someone's asking, they can't see the break even. It's right there. It's 2 inches from us. Red candle, recycle one. I closed two, so I'll put two back on. Right, the entry is in somewhat the center of the box. The target is in the box, and so the probability of reaching the target or reaching the top of the box is extremely high. Right, this is a high probability trade. Even though I clicked in the middle of the box, I'm still thinking we're going across it, right, from side to side. And so it's a matter of time, and let's see what that yields. Right, if we can get into this zone there, I'll let you guys go. That'll be the end of today's video, but some of you guys can continue to trade if you so wish. You know the plan, you know the goals. Right, we're looking at 745, no, between 740 and 780 by tomorrow, right, for the news tomorrow morning. So let's see if we can slowly find our way up there in the next 22 hours. Right. For now, I just want to close this box, take a snapshot of this, and call that today's trading session. Right? And then I'll continue to trade with my students. I think this is where we want to take another buy if we can. Anything can happen. This thing could flop and go all the way to the bottom. All right, there is a ECB speaker this afternoon, or it's my afternoon. Missed right here. This is in 5 hours from now. And in 30 minutes from now, we have a couple of bill auctions. All right, so there's always something on the menu to offer a catalyst. It boils down to trying to figure out how's the market going to perceive this catalyst and react to it. We're not economists. We don't have a no finance background. And so we trade the reaction, right? We can't guess. We don't have the know-how or the skill set to go back, years of statistics and pinpoint what the Fed needs to do next. So we let it come, we let it go, and we trade the facts. Yesterday was a beautiful example of that. Right? We traded in the morning with our plan. We let the news come out right around here, and then we followed the plan. Right? So we had buys for the first half of the day, sells for the second half of the day, and then according to plan, it drifted back up. And so, fast forward 24 hours later, we're still executing the plan, right? Yesterday was trying to get up to 740, and we almost made it. It's still a valid target. Recycle if you can. A couple red candles here, or one red candle. I can remove this for now. What I'll do is I want to see if there's an extension. Oh, and look at that. If we put a Fibonacci on the most recent drop, we have 127% extension exactly on our target. Huh, how coincidental. I'll keep this one on here. Let's see if we can clear that 38% on the way up, right? If we can clear this, it looks really, really good for more upside. Right? If we fail to go better than 695, we have a problem. Right? We have to do better than this level here.
The US to sell $70 billion in 3-month bills on May 6th to settle on May 9th, and the US to sell $70 billion in 6-month bills on May 6th to settle on May 9th.
Are there coincidences? What do you guys think? Red candle. Oh, I'm already at my limit. If you're not at your limit, spend your money or some of the money, not all the money. Sorry, spoke too fast. Come on. I just want to close these, 4 or 5 more trades, and then we can all be on our merry way. Again, if we're wrong, we make lower lows. If we're right, we're slowly drifting upward in the next 20 some odd hours. Right, the dollar index is the bus driver, right? We have to keep an eye on this. Let's remove this for now. Right? What's happening here is telling the tale, right? We're going back out of the channel, or we're staying within the channel and coming towards the 200 bar moving average. Right? So which way is it going to be? Up or down? If this drops, the euro goes up. If this goes up, the euro goes down. More or less. Right? It's not 100%, but it's a really good proxy. Righty. Right. A few more minutes, and I should be able to get out of here. Those of you wanting to watch the future stuff, come back tonight, 9:30 Eastern. And we'll trade for about an hour or so. Ten seconds. I really want to see this. Something like that would be awesome. If you draw your wishes, they tend to come true. I descaled my Keurig coffee maker. I can't stop now. I'm having so much coffee. It's so good. I was devastated yesterday. I had to drink tea. I'm gonna get rid of that line because it's my wish, but sometimes it blinds my vision. Look at the size of the bars. Right? The bars have shrunk to nothing. And yet there's still 2 pips. We need to adjust. This move here is 1 box precisely. we're measuring from the low. So we're stacking boxes. And we're hoping we come out of the current box somewhere in this area, right? From corner to corner. This is what would normally happen. Run-of-the-mill market behavior. And so we have run-of-the-mill behavior of our own, right? We react appropriately. Yeah, we're all gonna be on the cover of the Rolling Stones, boys. Red candle. If you're in the recycling business, this is it. If you've had a good day, go post in that testimonial folder and tell your friends to check out that YouTube channel we got going on here. Speaking of which, I might be uploading a video real quick. Oops, maybe like so. Close one, close two. We'll take a picture. And this will be the proof that we worked all day. This is it. This is the proof we worked all day. Now you can go to the beach. Enjoy yourselves. Talk tomorrow, same time. All right, you guys know the plan. If you're staying at your desk, don't overdo it. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.